are listening to the Freeform Rock Podcast with Mark Alden Taylor.
Welcome to another edition of the Freeform Rock Podcast. What's up, Lee? And introduce our guest.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm feeling kind of blah, but that blah is being turned into a yeah, because we've got a cool guest. We've got Dr. Fukk, as in Dr. fucking A. Awesome Ralph Review Viera. How are you doing, Ralph?
Hey, smack 'em a gob there, Lee. Smack 'em
Right
a gob
on.
there, Mark.
Yeah.
What's going
Right
on,
on.
man?
Nothing.
I just want to say that I've been awake for the past, I woke up at 2 in the afternoon yesterday. So how long has I been awake since 2 in the afternoon? Now it's almost 9 p.m. over here. So that's like 24 plus 5 is 29 hours.
Oh,
So I am not drunk. I am just fucking on fumes, extremely tired. But hey, man, it's Mark Alden Taylor, man. When I promise something to Mark Alden Taylor, I deliver, man.
Thank you, man.
I don't fuck around when it
right
comes to. You're welcome, you Sammy Hagar tard. You know I'm here for you.
yeah.
Hey, on our last...
When he promises a shit sandwich, he delivers pure 100% feces on stale Wonder Bread.
Hey, I was talking about on our last podcast that Sammy Hagar's high tide thing got canceled here in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh man, those lucky people.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Night Ranger. Shit.
Were you gonna go? Were you
No.
gonna go, Mark?
I was gonna try to go, but then it was
wasn't
canceled.
near. Was it near
I
you?
wanted to
Yeah,
see
it's
a
about
can
40
of
miles away
Tang
from me.
orange- I wanted to see a can of Tang powdered orange juice. Oh well.
Well, the Beach Boys were gonna play also.
Oh, well, that would have been almost the same.
Yeah. I haven't got to see Night Ranger, and I like Extreme also, and they were gonna play. So.
Was Jimmy Buffett gonna be there?
Nah, I don't think so.
That's what I was hoping that he could watch. I would have been very happy to make sure Mark stood or in place or sat on his seat and not move while the guards watched him while Jimmy Buffett played.
Well, also, somebody made it. The only joke I saw about it on Facebook, it says, "Thank God we don't get to see Vince Neil trying to sing Motley Crue again."
Oh,
Yeah, that's not pleasant.
Yeah, that's
Poor
what
Vince. I feel bad for him.
Well, he doesn't have the backing tracks there.
You know what's the funniest thing on Facebook? When fat
Yeah.
guys make fun of Vince Neil's weight.
Yeah.
yeah.
You ever seen that? Like, I ain't naming names, but I know some fat guys making fun of Vince Neil because he's fat. I'm like, oh, the irony.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck,
I guess-
man? Why are you making fun of a fat guy?
Yeah. It's like when I used to have really, really long hair and a beard and mustache, longer than the guy who waved at me, and I went, why is he waving at me? And then I looked in the mirror and, oh, I look even worse than him. Kind of like that.
Yeah, to me, it's like a fat guy making fun of another fat guy. It's kind of like Lee making fun of a real sexy man.
Me no
Because you're
comprende.
sexy as fuck. You're sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
So don't make fun of sexy people, Lee.
Ah, shit. I'll make fun with them.
Yeah.
Do I still have your correct address?
Yes, I have not moved.
Okay. Stay right there, big boy. I'll be there.
All right, that's awesome. Thank God I have security downstairs.
He'll come up and go, let's smack him a gob.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you say schmack 'em,
I'll have to put. Huh?
I'll let you right in, bro. If you say schmack 'em a gob, you can stay.
I will have to protect my magobs before they smack them.
All I can say is that, when you sleep, I am not responsible of whatever my puppet does to you.
That actually sounds tempting.
Yeah. He's got a big cloth. He's got a big cloth cock. Oh wait, this is a family show.
Oh.
That's funny.
I'm sorry, just me. He's got a big freaking penis.
Okay. That sounds better. Instead of ordering a cocktail, I'll just tell the waitress, I'll just have a penis juice.
A lot of people don't know this because they're listening, but Lee is the only one with his camera on, and it's pointed right up his nose.
Well, thanks a fucking lot.
I'm sorry.
I know, Lee. It looks weird.
What's up with that white residue up your nose? You can afford cocaine?
I can't say whether or not I afford it. Let's just say I appropriate it.
I think he's been snorting old vodka.
Yeah.
It turns into powder.
I fucking know. Did you get a haircut?
How would you know? We're on the audio.
No, I see you, man.
Oh shit. Well, thanks a fucking lot, phone. You won't let me go on unless you have me on video, so fuck that shit. Just like when I was going to review this album and I was listening to a little bit of each song, when I went to press the button for the next song, it said, no, you have to wait a little longer. And then I started to want to punch my phone, but then I realized that it's a new phone, so I don't want to mess with it yet.
Lee, when I think of you, my middle finger gets a boner.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
A chicken bone?
Chicken.
Put the sauce on that little finger. Put that sauce on the middle finger. Put that sauce on your hand, Mr. Ringer. I'm going to come with my tongue and lick it.
Lee, I don't hate you, but if you were hit by a bus, I'd be the guy driving that bus.
Oh, shit.
So at least you'd hit me with love.
Yes, it'd be a loving smush.
Yeah. Right on.
So Mark, what's up, man? We're out of you're letting the lunatics run your show.
Well, it's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer that he lets me run it for him, but he always has to keep doing reviews that he wants. But anyway, go on.
Oh, come on. We did a review you wanted today.
Well, I mean, we have to do one that you want next week. Fuck!
This is one Ralph wanted to do. I let the guest pick the one.
But that's never mind.
Well, he wanted to do the band. I picked the album, so whatever.
Yeah. The album I really don't listen to. But I love the album. It's the one I listen to the least, but I love it. And it's not my least favorite. I think it's a really good album.
Yeah, it's their Oasis debut album, Definitely Maybe, which sold over 8 million copies. I'm like,
really?
Yeah.
And here in the States?
Let's see. It said 8 million copies, selling over 1 million copies despite peaking at number 58 on the Billboard. In America, it was only at 1 million, but 8 million worldwide.
Fucking hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, sold 1 million in the United States.
I love this band, Lee.
Oh, How about you and Mark talk about it, and then I'm going to really quickly go and get some vodka, and by the time I come back, you might be done, and I'll be able to tell you what I think of the one song that I like.
Really? So I had to wait an hour for you to find your fucking notes, and now you're not even going to be here?
No, I'm going to be here, but I'm going to pretend I'm not.
That's easy.
He'll be ghosting
I'm going to
us.
let Robot Lee talk. I'm going to let Robot Lee talk. I'm going to be gone, but you're still going to hear some guy come up to my microphone and say something about the album.
Hey, Lee. Roses are red. Roses are red, violets are blue. I got 5 fingers, and the middle one's for you.
Oh.
Oh, man. At least that's better than the fiddle finger.
Hey, Lee. I hope you know. I'm not insulting you. I'm describing you.
Well, hey, there's worse things than to describe me as a middle finger. You could describe me as a pink donut, and that wouldn't be very nice.
All right.
Oh, fuck. All right, let me not do that then.
All right, you guys want to get into the review?
I do. I don't know about Lee.
I don't, but let's do it anyway.
All right. Well, let's get into the first track, Rock and Roll Star. What'd you think about this one, Ralph?
Rock and Roll Star. Great opening track. Total British rock. It reminds me of kind of like something like T-Rex. Just like the 70s rock from England. And I dig it. I think it's a cool song. It's a little snotty, but I dig it. What do you think there, Lee?
Well, this really pisses me off because in my original notes when I first heard it, I was going to bash it, but then when I heard some of it again now, I like it. And that pisses me off. But the thing is, it's actually not a bad song. It's kind of like what you said. To me, it's kind of like a more rocking version of Queen, like if Freddie Mercury was straight or tried to pretend to be, and they kind of had this sort of in-your-face kind of like if Ron Wood shoved Mick Jagger away from the microphone and sang a Rolling Stones song, and they had this attitude of a rock and roll star. It's kind of I kind of like it now. Fuck.
Nah. I just love the guitar tone, and Noel's a really good guitar player. I still need to listen to his solo albums that Ralph has been talking about a lot. And I heard Liam has a new album out that people are raving about also, so I need to check those out.
Yeah, I just heard it for the first time yesterday, and I really love the first one. I think this one's a little better. They're very close. They're very close, but man, yeah. The new one's really good.
Yeah, people are telling me that I need to listen to Liam. I said I still need to listen to Noel's albums first. Like, damn.
Yeah, I mean the last couple Noel albums, it's gone more of like a dance type thing. I still like it, but the first two are more like Oasis.
Nice. You okay there, Lee?
Don't ask.
You just went into bed.
Okay.
Why are you laying in your bed?
Why are you even telling the people what I'm doing? I'm not going to have to fill with myself. If I fill with myself, you'll talk about that too.
Why not?
I'll be quiet.
Audio porn. Right.
Shut up.
Well, let's get into the next track, Shaker Maker. What did you think about this one, Ralph?
Oh, I love this one too. This is a total ripoff, though. This is a ripoff of the old Pepsi commercial. I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. You remember that?
That was a Coke commercial, but yeah.
A Coke, yeah, Coke, yeah, and Oasis is funny, man. They there's another song coming up that's a ripoff too. They like rip off jingles and songs and they just don't give a fuck. And for I don't know, for whatever reason they don't get sued. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, it's a good song. It's a catchy ditty. But yeah, I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, dude, that's that Coke commercial.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. But I like every song on here, man. Yeah. Good stuff.
What'd you think about it, Lee?
Well, what he said about the Coke commercial is exactly what I would have said. So I was hoping that you would have switched it up. He does one song and I do the other. That way I don't go on his coattails. But yeah, it's like the Teach the World to Sing. And it's, of the two, the first two so far, I like Rock and Roll Star better. I kind of think that this song is more for a woman who tries to look good and she can't, and she's, trying to kiss the guy next to me instead of me, and I don't fucking care because they like the song. But at least she can take her butt and wiggle it elsewhere.
You see, I would have never said that, Lee. See, there you go. That was original.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like the Coke song mixed
okay.
with something the Beatles would have done. So it's I like the harmonies and it's pretty tight. But yeah, it is the Coke song. It's like
yeah.
And they said Noel said they're bigger. They're bigger than the Beatles.
Well, that never happened. That's the media. But Noel did say, we are the best band in the world and shit like that. But yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, and I was like, I've seen just about everything Noel's done interview wise, and I've never seen him say they were going to be bigger than Beatles. If anything, he worships the Beatles, and he constantly talks about how they were the best band in the world. Liam as well. Liam's got a real big fixation with John Lennon.
Yeah, it's like I love the Beatles, and I liked Oasis, but I heard them on their second album. Then I went back and I said, I remember that song, Supersonic. It's pretty cool though. And I went back and got these albums, but awesome. Really really good song, and they're a really tight band. I think they had Ringo Starr's son played drums with them in the last few albums, right?
Oddly enough, I just saw him. I saw the Who, and Zach Starkey is an amazing drummer. And I only seen Oasis twice, and the last time I saw him was with him, and it was. See, here's the thing. It's not like I hate Liam, but I'm more of a Noel guy, and I like Noel's voice more. And I'm not sure about Definitely Maybe, but every single album they released after this, I got all the demos to all the songs from all the albums, and not one of them have Liam. Noel sings all the songs, and I prefer Noel voice. So when I saw him with Zach Starkey, they come out, and after the first song, Liam gets pissed for whatever reason, throws his tambourine, and leaves the stage. And the rest of the show was sung by Noel, so you know how happy I was for that.
Yeah,
show.
That's just like
oh, this is great.
That's like when they did that MTV show, and Liam was up in the balcony drinking while Noel was doing the concert.
Yeah, Liam said, "I got a sore throat, I can't do it," and then he ends up going upstairs and drinks and smokes cigarettes.
Yeah,
and heckles the band.
That was funny.
That actually sounds like something that I would do if my band played like Britney Spears.
It's Britney Spears. All right. All right, let's get to the next track, which Ralph picked as one of his tracks. He picked the 3 tracks off this album, so here's Live Forever on the Freeform Rock Podcast.
Fly lately. Did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone? Well, maybe I just wanna fly, wanna live but don't wanna die. Maybe I just wanna breathe. Maybe I just don't believe. Maybe you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. bone. Maybe I will never be all the things that I wanna be. Now is not the time to cry. Now's the time to find out why. I think you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever. I don't really wanna know how you got it gross, 'cause I just wanna fly. Lately, did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone? And maybe I just wanna fly, wanna live but don't wanna die. Maybe I just wanna breathe. Maybe I just don't believe. Maybe you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever. Gonna live forever. Gonna live forever. We're gonna live forever. Gonna live forever. Gonna live forever. Gonna live forever.
What are you drinking, Lee? Bud?
Okay, that was Live Forever, and Lee's just like scooting around back there. Why'd you pick that track, Ralph?
Huh?
Why'd you pick Live Forever?
Oh, I love that. It's probably my favorite track on the album. The harmonies, Noel wrote everything. Later on, Liam threw a couple songs in, but I think that's a standout track on the album. I love the harmonies. I love the structure of the song. And, a lot of times Liam's voice annoys me, but then there's time he doesn't, and this one's a good example. I really love how he sings Live Forever. I just love his voice on it, and to me it's almost tied for my favorite track. The one that's tied with it is the next one I pick when we get to it.
What'd you think about it, Lee?
Well, this is one of the songs I was hoping Ralph wouldn't pick. If he picks the other two that I don't like, then we're going to change my pick to a song by Red Sovine.
I don't even know.
But anyway, you won't like it, believe me. But anyway, this song stinks like Britney Spears. It's like Avril Lavigne is slightly better, and I hate her music. This is fucking shit.
But Britney Spears...
Hey, Lee, what type of vodka are you drinking tonight?
I drink Nikolai.
All right, everybody out there, do not drink Nikolai. It makes your musical taste shit.
Hey!
What?
Hey!
How much does that cost you? Like 50 cents a pint?
I think it's a nickel.
Nickel? Shit.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Nikolai.
He spends all his money.
Yeah.
He spends all his money on paying girls to shake his hand with tucked in shirts.
Yeah, that's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't afford
that's-
vodka. He blows it all on chicks with tucked in shirts.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you? No. That's why you like Oasis.
No, I
That's
pay
what
girls.
the-
I pay girls to take their clothes off, not to.
Yeah, and that's why it's so stupid. That's why you don't have any good opinion on clothing.
Ooh.
No. Actually, I cannot be insulted by that because Lee makes a very good point.
Shit.
I have a bad fashion sense there, Lee. You nailed it there. buddy.
Actually, you look good with your long hair, but I'm not going to go that way tonight.
Homo.
Hey, I said no way that night. I'm Omo, O-M-O-H. Different.
All right. Then. Well, I agree with Ralph on this song. It's my favorite off the album. Also, I love Liam's voice on this track, and it's killer rhythms. It's like ear candy, and Noel's solo on this thing is freaking has a harmony tone, not overpowering, and really perfect with the song. I like it.
Right on.
Yeah, and then we get to the next track, Up in the Sky. What'd you think about this one, Ralph?
Up in the Sky is a B-side. That might be some, that might be a repressing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because Underneath the Sky is the B-side. My bad, I'm sorry. Mark, I would love to say what I think about the song, but I'm going to let Lee go first so he won't get mad if I repeat anything he says.
Go, Lee.
I'll go on after Lee.
Okay. All right. Actually, now this is the shit. It's great and it's heavy. It's one of the best songs on here. This makes me like the group Oasis. This makes me think, thank you, Ralph, for picking this album.
Right on, man. All right. Yeah, it is one of the heavier tracks on the album. And I think it's fucking awesome. I like the guitar effects, and it's good shit. I dig it myself. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, this is a jamming song. I love like you said, the guitar effects and the drums are pounding on this song. I like it a lot. It's been a great song.
Hell yeah.
And then we get to the next track, Columbia. So you want Lee to go first from now on?
Yeah, let Lee go first because he's gonna get mad.
All right, go, Lee.
He's a sensitive Nancy boy.
Oh, okay. We're going to change it from Red Sovine to Sylvester when we pick my song. Anyway, this is cool like the Stone Roses. This is very trippy and good. I like it. It's like really, really... Well, I can't do it, but... Are you going to be mine? Are you going to be mine? It's kind of like that. It's a really cool song.
I can't tell you what to feel, and what to feel is oh so good to me. I love it, man. I love the harmony vocals and just a little driving. It's kind of like power pop-ish a little bit. It's a very cool tune, and it's different. It's different than anything on this album. And I love it. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, this is a great song. I agree with everything you said, and I like the distortion on it, too. It's really cool.
Yeah, the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, the beginning, and I like the distortion. I like the way Noel plays.
Yeah.
I think he's very underrated as a guitar player. He's really good.
Yeah, and he hasn't been playing for long when this album was done.
Yeah, really good. So, before we get into the next track, Ralph picked this, so here's Supersonic by Oasis on the Freeform Rock Podcast. Okay, that was Supersonic, but I'm going to ask Lee what he thought of it first.
All right, well, this is like if The Cure was a group that Ralph liked.
Oh,
It
shut
has
up.
that kind of cool stuff. I'm sorry, but that's what I think.
There's-
It's like if The Cure had their pubic hair plucked out and they were on a totem pole roasting under coals, and they said, "I'm sorry, Ralph, we'll do a good album," and you let them down, and they did a good album. That's what this song would be like, kind of.
The Cure.
Okay?
I seriously don't think The Cure sounds anything like this.
They don't. I like The Cure, but I know you hate The Cure, Ralph, so I'm not even going to
Yeah.
get into that. So what do you think of this song, Ralph?
I love it. I mean, but, I'm starting to get annoyed with fucking Lee putting that microphone up his ass.
I know. Stop it, Lee.
Hey!
You keep moving around. I don't know what the
Fuck.
heck. Is there a girl with the...
Fuck.
Is there a chick with her shirt tucked in somewhere?
I hope so, but it's me with the napkin tucked in my mouth.
Hey, Lee, I like that little thing behind you with the little cats. What is that? A curtain with little cats?
What?
What is that?
Oh, shut up! Shut up!
What is that? Little black
Don't
cat.
tell everybody everything about me.
What is
Shut
that?
the fuck up!
Is it
Shut
curtains?
up.
Or, it's just like
Shut up.
It kind of looks like a fucking
It's friends of mine.
an ascot.
It's my friends. Since I don't have any real friends, they're who I talk to at night. Okay?
It's so you. Look, Mark, look at this cat.
I saw it. It's like a bunch of black cats. Yeah.
Well, this is really okay. We're not going to do the song that I picked. We're not going to do that. We're going to play a fucking bitch song now. You guys spoil it for me. Fucking shit.
Meow.
Yeah.
I love Supersonic. What a kick-ass fucking song. I love it's snotty and again another song that I like Liam singing this. I think I like his voice on this. It's good rockin' tune, and it's tied for my favorite. Maybe Live Forever a little more, but I love the song Supersonic. It's awesome.
It's my second favorite on this album. I love Noel's playing on this. Fucking killer. Liam's voice is killer also, and I just fucking love it. Noel writes some killer songs, man. He's a great songwriter too. I don't think he gets much credit for that either.
I think he's a fucking genius.
I think he is too. He's freaking. He reminds me. I know they're different genres or different kind of. I think him and Tom Petty could have wrote a killer song together.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, Tom Petty was another genius.
Yeah, I think these two would have worked well together. Got him, George Harrison together, man. They would have freaking made a killer songwriting team.
Throw him in the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah, take the place of Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
All right, and then we get to the next track. Lee, stop moving around.
Shut up! Shut up!
Okay, Lee, what do you think about Bring It Down?
You're bringing me down like a sunflower. No, you let me down. This is like a sane version of the Plasmatics, but also not sane. It's heavy and a lot like the International Noise Conspiracy, a group that is pretty cool, and we should have done that album, but this is okay.
What did you think about it, Ralph?
Yeah, I would say the same. It's an okay track, not a standout, kind of fillerish to me, but I don't dislike it at all. It's a good track, but I prefer the other track. There's another track I'd put beneath this one, probably my second least favorite off it, but I still dig it. It's not something I would skip. I like listening to this album in its entirety. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I think it's got a good driving beat and a killer solo at the end. It's not one of my favorites, but it's a cool song.
Yeah, I dig it.
And then we get to Cigarettes and Alcohol. Lee, What do you think about this one?
It's mediocre, more like the Faces with Rod Stewart, but I prefer to hear them.
Oh, wow. What do you think about it, Ralph?
It is a total ripoff of, I think it's Bang a Gong or T-Rex. I forgot what song it was. Or maybe it was the Faces. It's a total ripoff that, again, I don't know how they get away with this shit. It's awesome, though. I mean, they change the lyrics around, but it's the same fucking riffs of,
Well, Rod Stewart did do a song called Cigarettes and Alcohol, which sounds a lot like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, but that's not the song. That's not the song I'm thinking about, because it's a song. It might be Bang a Gong. I know it's a song I've heard, and I was like, God damn! And Bang a Gong's T-Rex, right?
Yeah, and then Power 60
Yeah.
with a cover.
Yeah, I'm not the most versed person on T-Rex, but I know when I heard that, I was like, dude, that's Bang a Gong, or maybe not Bang a Gong, another T-Rex song, but it's a total ripoff. But they totally ripped off the song and changed the lyrics and added those snotty vocals, and I dig it. And the video's pretty cool too. It's all black and white backstage with a bunch of whores and fucking alcohol and cigs everywhere. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's a cool song. I think it sounds kind of like it's a mess. The song is a mess, but it works. The distortion and rhythm kill on this song. I like it.
Yeah.
And then we get into track number 9. I think it's Digsy's Diner. What do you think
Let
about this?
Ralph do the rest of them. I don't want to be first anymore.
Dixie Diner is my least favorite on the album. I'm not really a fan of this. Again, there's nothing I'd skip on this, but it's kind of like, I don't know. It's a little too British for me. That's the best way I can put it. Lee?
Thank you for saying that. Now we're going to actually, on the pick of the week, I will have the cool song that I picked. I won't tell you what it is, but thank you. You redeemed yourself. This song, I only said Romper Room Time. Next.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites on here either, and I agree it's not one of the best songs on here, but I won't skip it either. And yeah, it's okay. And then we get to track number 10, which is Slide Away. What'd you think about this one, Lee or Ralph? Who's taking this one?
Oh,
will.
I love Slide Away. This is like my third favorite, and I think it's another well-constructed Noel Gallagher song, and I just love. And again, it's another song where I don't mind Liam's vocals, but I dig it. I dig it a lot.
Yeah, and this was the song you picked, so let's play this right now. So here's Slide Away by Oasis in the Freeform Rock Podcast.
Today, fell from the top.
Okay, that was Ralph's pick and Slide Away. So, Lee, what'd you think about it?
This is like a heavier version of Amy Mann. Not bad, but I prefer hearing her work.
Oh, wow. I think this is a kick-ass song. It's one of my favorites on here. I freaking love it. Cool track, man. I think it kicks ass, Lee. And Lee, hey, you want to hear...
I like Amy Mann. I think she's good.
You want to hear I Could Get Lee Mad, Ralph?
Yeah.
Fair point. Fair point convention sucks.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck.
That's a fucking bad album.
Stop it.
Yeah, we did a review.
I love Journey of State. Fuck you.
Stop it. Fuck you.
If I ever want to get him riled up, I said, man, remember that review on that one group I hated?
Fuck you.
Uh-oh.
All right. Now that he's riled up, let's get to the last song on the album, Married with Children. What'd you think of this one, Ralph?
Married with Children is kind of novelty-ish. I kind of like it, though. But, it's a little acoustic thing and a little un-PC, too. They'd probably get shit if they released this shit today. With the climate we live in, but I dig it. I do think it's a novelty track, though. But I still like it.
What do you think about it, Lee?
I think it's a kind of not interesting 70s style song. I can pass.
I kind of liked it. It's a cool way to end it, slow down the album with an acoustic song, and I like how he says, what is it? He says, no need to say you're sorry, goodbye, I'm going. He says, fuck you, I'm leaving, fucking bitch. And that's what it sounds like he's saying to the person,
Exactly what he's saying.
I love the tune. It's like a fuck off attitude, but it's acoustic and it's slow and it's freaking awesome. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was our review of Definitely Maybe. So Lee, we already have our tracks of the week. What track of the week would you pick, Ralph?
What do you mean? I already picked those three.
I know,
but pick another one?
Yeah, we always pick like a track of the week we want people to hear. Not you guys do albums, we do tracks and we play them.
Oh, okay. Anything?
Yeah, anything.
All right. The new Denner's Inferno. Let me find the name of the song. It is the best song I've heard all year. It is so good. And the name of the song is A Fountain of Grace. Check out that song. It's amazing. It's kind of like 70s hard rock, and it's just flat out amazing. And it floored me, so I bought the EP. And they do a really good cover of Rock Candy from Montrose there, Mark.
Nice. Well, you like that song.
Cool.
Yeah, and they got a full length coming out, and they do a cover of Taxman from Cheap Trick, which is like, wow. And this is like a metal band, But yeah, check out Denner's Inferno. It's just, and there's a video on YouTube for it, a great video. So that is my pick. Denner's Inferno, Fountain of Grace. It's the name of the song.
All right, cool. And Lee picked a group called Rogue Mail, Unemployment 1985.
Oh shit! I love Rogue Mail, dude. Right on, Lee. Yeah, that's that weird album with the guy's head with the light coming out of his eyeball. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, and if you ever actually saw a picture of him, that illustration looks better. They improved him with that picture.
Nice.
And then I went for the Traveling Wilburys, End of the Line. So I love that song. It's like all of them are singing except for Dylan, which is cool.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, you got freaking George Harrison, Jeff Lynne, and Petty singing, so that's freaking awesome. And Roy Orbison. Great song.
Nice. I love Roy Orbison.
I do too, man. This is a great song. Hey, before you go, Ralph, you want to promote your Facebooks and bands and Facebook pages and podcasts?
Yeah, I got a YouTube page called Almost Human where I'm about to hit 14,000 subscribers, over 8 million views. I've changed it around where I talk about every band. I do discographies, reviews, movie reviews, music reviews. I do this new thing called track by track where I put tracks against each other, and it's extremely popular. My band Thrasher Die is working on new music, and the Rock and Metal Combat podcast, and the Viera Vault podcast, and and also very, very extremely important. All single girls out there, I don't care what you look like, I will accept a blowjob from any girl.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
What do you like? What Motley Crue in that one video? They go, "What kind of girl do you like? 2 legs and a pussy."
Yeah. There you go. Mine is a mouth.
That's fucking funny. All right, man. So thank you for being on our show, Ralph. And
hey, right on, man. Thanks for having me, man.
And you know we love your podcasts, both of them.
Yeah, and I'm glad. And Lee, me and Ian lifted the band. We're gonna have your wacky ass on our show sometime.
Oh,
soon.
Nice.
Oh, I figured that this is what I figured. I figured that if other groups and other people can have whatever it is that I don't know. I mean, I have to tell you that on a personal level, I'm happy to hear that, but I will say I'll be praying for you to keep your listeners because a lot of them don't like me.
Oh, nobody dislikes you. What are you talking about? I never heard one person complain about Lee Gershman.
They were freaked out by like. I'll put it to you like this: some people are like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Yeah.
All right, but my favorite episode, one of them that I did, I was totally out there. It was the Judas Priest Defenders of the Faith. I pretty much wouldn't shut up, and I would have hung up the phone on me if that happened. But it was cool.
Wow. Lee, can I ask you a question? You won't get upset. Seriously, I'm not saying this to make you mad, okay?
I can't promise, but you can try and ask.
All right. When you moved into that place you're in now, were those little cats there, or did you purchase that?
Actually, I like them, so you're not really bothering me.
You purchased
and no. But, when
you acquired it,
you got a Swiffer you actually clean? Dang, I see that in the background.
Oh, thank you. When it was suggested that the cat's curtain move, I say no, I liked it. So they could have got rid of it, but I said no, keep it.
They're so Lee, man. Looking at that, it's so you.
Hey, you should take a picture of it and put it on your Facebook.
I used to have stuffed toys. You remember the stuffed toy and the mannequin photos of me?
Yeah, I do remember.
Why not cats? Why not cats?
I remember when I was a little kid, those stuffed toys, only girls owned them.
Well, I used to play with little girls, and then I took their stuffed toys, so I was a mean person.
I heard you still do that.
I'm sorry.
I heard you still do that. You go to elementary school.
Not while they're in the room. All I do is take the stuffed toys. I press the fire alarm, and I say, "Food! Hamburgers out in the grass! Come get your hot meal!" And everyone goes, and then I take Gumby, I take Pokey, I take Tennessee Tuxedo, I take Underdog, I take all that cool stuff. And then I leave, and there's a big mound underneath my shirt. And the other teachers just think I gained weight. So they say, "Go on the gym, buddy." And I say, "Okay, peace," and I leave.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I have no idea.
I talk about if you want to steal any toys from a kid's elementary school, put them underneath your shirt and just tell people that you gained weight during lunch. Okay? That's what I'm talking about.
Lee, I got one more question for you. Lee, as an outsider, what is your opinion on the human race?
I don't run, so I don't know.
Good answer. Good answer.
All right, guys. So we're gonna play you out with Dinner's Inferno, Fountain of Grace, and I just looked it up. Their album comes out November 19th, I guess. November.
Right.
It's coming from the album in Amber, and and then we're gonna play Rogue Mail, Unemployment 1985, and the Traveling Wilburys, End the Line. So until next week, say goodbye.
Patrick Hernandez, Born to Be Alive, and Irene Cara's What a Feeling.
That's a good song. Hey, say goodbye, Lee.
Bye.
All right, take it easy, Ralph, and thank you again.
Hey, man, my pleasure, dude. You know I'm here when I can, and you know I love you and I love Lee, and you guys are my buddies for life, man.
All right, thank you.
Right on, man.
Right on.
All right, later.
My cats like you too.
Smack 'em a cow.
Yeah.
The smallest drop from the mountain top. When it falls, it never stops. Like a river towards the sea. Like you and me in that rush. Trying to be from your fountain. It flows and embrace. Fountain grace. Flow and embrace. Still I will be reaching out. Still I will be holding on. Gonna be holding on in your fountain of grace, yeah. As rain from above, in the boat we shove, watercolors, the tiger and the dove. On the surface of the tide, the sun will always shine. Break or bend the vapor line from your fountain grace. It flows and embrace. Fountain grace. Flow and embrace from your fountain grace. Well, it's alright, riding around in the breeze. Well, it's alright, if you live the life you please. Well, it's alright, doing the best you can. Well, it's alright, as long as you lend a hand.
You can sit around and wait for the phone to ring, waiting for someone to tell you everything. Sit around and wonder what tomorrow will bring. Maybe a diamond ring.
Well, it's alright, even if they say you're wrong. Well, it's alright, sometimes you gotta be strong. Well, it's alright, as long as you got somewhere to lay. Well, it's alright, every day is Judgment Day.
Maybe somewhere down the road away, you'll think of me and wonder where I am these days. Maybe somewhere down the road when somebody plays Purple Haze.
Well, it's alright, even when push comes to shove. Well, it's alright, if you got someone to love. Well, it's alright, everything will work out fine. Well, it's alright, we're going to the end of the line.
Don't have to be ashamed of the car I drive. I'm just glad to be here, happy to feel that. And it don't matter if you're by my side, I'm satisfied.
Well, it's alright, even if you're old and gray. Well, it's alright, you still got something to say.
You have just listened to the Freeform Rock Podcast. All music played on the Freeform Rock Podcast belongs to its owner. If you like it, go out and buy it. Get your music on Amazon, iTunes, or at your local record store. Support what you love. Support the artist by seeing them live. Purchase their music. The Freeform Rock Podcast is not affiliated with any of the artists or music that we play. Thank you for listening to the Freeform Rock Podcast. We'll see you on the next episode. Until next time, stay free and rock on.